Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've already posted this link on Google Classroom. I love Desmos. This is a great opportunity for you guys to do an introductive activity for our last unit of the school year on exponential functions. And so hopefully you're trying this on your own, but this helpful video will hopefully get you guys started if you're stuck. And so you should have first seen this slide that said, Avi and Benita run a repair shop. They need some help, so they hire you. They have different options for how much they'll pay you each day. You'll learn more about these rules in a moment. Just remember this, each day you get to choose which rules you prefer. Ready? Continue to the next screen. So you move on to this next screen, and it says complete the table. The table shows how much you'll earn with each rule. Complete the table for day 4. Then predict, who do you think pays more on day 10? I'm going to go ahead and get the answers out of the way there. Who do you think pays more on day 10? So looking at Avi's rule, going from 0.01 to 0.02, 0.02 to 0.04, you're multiplying by 2. And so if I have my little calculator, if I even have scratch work in front of me, you can see my calculator down here on the bottom. I'll do 0.04 times 2, which is 0.08. And if you can see, Benita's rule is increasing by 100 as we go down the table. So that means that Benita's rule is going to be 400. Now, there's no right or wrong answer. I want you guys to make your own prediction about who you think is going to have more money on day 10, but I might just pick Benita. And then I'll explain my thinking right here, saying it looks like Benita's money is increasing faster. You might say that, or you might say something else, and then you're going to share it with the class. You'll move on to the next screen. You said Avi pays 0.08 and Benita would pay 400. Yay, that's our answer. The table shows the actual day 4 values. Let's settle the day 10 question by extending the table. Enter values for days 5 through 10. So as you can see, Avi's rule is multiplying each of these values by 2. So you'll do that on your own, and Benita's rule is increasing by 100. I want you to do the math on your own, and then you'll just click onto the next screen. You'll see that the table is going to graph your values that you put from this screen. You can always go back to the previous screen if you don't remember or you want to take a look at something. So all of your values that you'll put in that table will be graphed here, red being Avi and blue being Benita. And you're going to tell me something that you notice about the graphs that are similar and how they might be different. Which rule do you think will pay more on day 20? Use math to support your answer. Use the sketch tool on the graph if that helps illustrate your thinking. So you'll see that there will be points graphed here on this line and points graphed here on this line for Avi and Benita's rule. And you can use these little sketching tools. Some people like these little ... tools. Or some people like using the actual drawing tool. And you can change even the color if you want to make sure that you're using red for Avi and blue for Benita. You're going to notice something different about what Avi and Benita's rules are doing as you go along. And then here it says visualize days 10 through 12. Complete the table, then press try it. So this is going to have you require a little bit more math. So 11, 12, 13, and then all the way to 20. So make sure that you have some scratch paper in your calculator to fill out the rest of this table. Now my little hint to you is that you can actually put, let's say, I don't even remember, I did this so long ago, but let's say that day 10 is 12.1. If you push shift on your computer's keyboard, shift, and then number 8, it gives you the multiplication signs. Let me see if I can show you. With my computer screen. So, with my keyboard. If you push shift and then number 8, make sure that you hold shift and you hold 8 down. that will give you your multiplication sign. So you can do 12.1 times 2. That's what you know the rule is. And when you push enter, it will already calculate that for you. So that's a little hint. Again, if you guys are my little mathematicians that all of you are, you're going to be able to do the math without having to use that little trick. But that's my little trick to help you. And then you'll click try it once you've gotten your table of values figured out. And then it will say Avi's rule is shown in red, Benita's rule is shown in blue. It will take all the values that you have from this table on slide 6, and it will graph them for you on slide 7. And then you'll notice that something different is going to happen between one of these functions, and you'll say, is there anything that you're surprised by? And you'll type that in and you'll click share with class. And it says, Avi and Benita's newest employee, Cal, asks you for advice. For which days should I get paid by Avi's rule, and for what days should I get paid by Benita's rule? So you'll notice that something's going to happen. It's going to be more advantageous for you to get paid by Benita for a certain number of days, and then by Avi for a certain number of days. And so you'll give the advice there. And then on slide number 9, it will say Avi and Benita just hired another employee, D. Instead of letting her decide each day which rule she'd like to get paid by, they're making D pick one rule from the beginning, and she has to stick with it. What advice would you give to D? Is there anything you need to know before you give sound and helpful advice? So you'll end up deciding, how would you rather get paid? By Benita's rule or by Avi's rule? By getting $100 a day, or by multiplying the amount that you get by 2, even though you start at a lower number? So hopefully this video gets you guys started. Feel free to ask me any questions that you might have by texting me, calling me, or emailing me. This is just an introduction activity, and I love Desmos to do that for you. And so just feel free to enjoy and do this on your own. I'll be posting another assignment tomorrow morning. I love you guys. Bye-bye.